Hey everyone, it's me, the Otaku Fangirl, here to review Danganronpa 3 Future Arc, Episode 12, the final episode for the Future Arc. So, I'm not gonna lie, that was kinda lackluster, I guess is the word I want to use. Now, don't get me wrong, it was good, but I feel like it could have been better. Yeah, because it was... I don't know, I have issues with it because gosh, there's just there's nothing wrong with it. It's just not, I don't know. It's hard to explain, really. But, I mean, I'm sure most of you who are, Danganronpa fans know what I'm talking about, because it just didn't feel like a conclusion, but that's to be expected because we have one final arc, one final episode, the Hope arc. How I think that's going to go down, I will explain later in my review, but let's get into what happened in this episode. So we have our confirmed mastermind. It was Tengen, the old man. Yeah, I kind of speculated that he was probably the mastermind, but not in the same way that he's a mastermind like Junko, per se. So, he's a remnant of despair. Now, how he's a remnant of despair, we don't exactly know, but Mitrai, Makoto, Asuna received this video file from him saying, oh, it was me and stuff because of this reason, and it was a weird reason, and I was like, what? Like, he did it. So this is how it went down. So basically, this was his plan. But it, of course, didn't go right. But this was, if the plan had gone correctly, this is probably how it would have happened. At least this is how I think it would have happened. So the plan was, get everybody in the Future Foundation together in, one area, have them participate in a killing game, and then have not have Ryota Mitsurai there, but he showed up anyway. That caused a problem in his plan. Kinda, not really. It was a little bit of a problem. Like, it wasn't so much of a problem for him, but it did I feel like it did kinda, put a little, nail in his plans, I guess. I don't know exactly what the saying is for that, but yeah. So the overall plan, Ryota wasn't supposed to be there. So if he wasn't there, then the killing game, I guess, was going to get broadcast to the world, or something was going to happen where Ryota was going to find out about it, and then he was going to use the Hope video to bring hope to the world, right? So that was the overall plan. So Tengen technically was the mastermind, but didn't want to necessarily bring despair. He just wanted to have the world become hope again. So, yeah, it's weird. It's very, very weird. And, yeah, so with that video that Ryota has, it can brainwash people, but in the hope direction instead of the despair direction. So yeah, he used that a lot. He used it on this, entire army. And I'm like, oh my gosh, he's got an entire army. Yeah, okay then. So throughout the episode, Makoto's trying to get to him before he can, broadcast the Hope video to the world. So, if that happens, then it's basically like the despair brainwashing. It's just hope instead. It's something, happy and stuff, but it's still brainwashing. So yeah, it's still not good. So, but here's the issue is just that, I don't know if this was, completely expected to happen, or it just felt really lackluster, but I've played the games. I've played all the games, and it's this is something that I didn't expect for Kodaka to do. He does really great work, but this is definitely not one of his best works, but I feel like he's saving all the good stuff for the Hope arc. That's what I feel like he's doing. He put all this stuff in this episode. I hate to call it lackluster stuff because it was just kind of expected, in a way, because with all the characters we had left, it was pretty much either Tengen or Ryota to be the mastermind, and in a way they're also not the mastermind, so it's very, very weird. Also, I just wanted to mention real quick, that scene with Kyosuke, and he had 2 swords, he was dual wielding. I was like, oh, that's so cool, and he didn't have the eye patch on. I was like, oh, that's kind of attractive too, dang it. But anyway, yeah, so also, that scene with Chisa and Junko in the movie theater, yeah, I don't know if that's supposed to be, actually happening, or, it's just to be there, you know, it's very, very weird. I'm like, are they in, like, hell or something, or purgatory? Is purgatory a movie theater, or is hell a movie theater or something? But then I was like, no, if that was hell, the ultimate confectioner, Rurika, would be there. Oh, man, that's awful to say, but anyway, yeah, so with the end of the episode, after the credits, we get to see some guards knocked out, some walking noises, and then we see the back of Hajime or Izuru, whichever one that is. It's kind of both, I guess. I mean, I'm not exactly sure, because they didn't explain that, so that means it's probably only Hajime / Izuru on the island now where everybody is, and it's not the rest of the Danganronpa 2 characters, which is kind of upsetting. I mean, they might still, you know, be there. Maybe they're gonna show up in the Hope Arc or something. I don't know. But, that's what I really want. But here's the thing. What do they plan to do with the Hope Arc? Because now that they know who the Mastermind is, Mastermind's dead. But Ryota's still alive. So maybe Hajime and Makoto are going to team up to defeat Ryota and stop the Hope video. Okay. I mean, that's what I assume is going to happen. And then everything's going to be fine. And, yeah. So, I mean, I don't know. I really don't know. But as much as I wanted to give this future arc a 10... with this episode, I do have to give it a 9, which is really disappointing to me because I wanted to give it a 10 so badly. I was like, I want to give this a 10 so badly. Like, if the final scene was Hajime and the rest of the Danganronpa 2 characters, oh, I would have given it a 10 right then and there, like, boom, 10. But having it only be Hajime / Izuru, I was like, yeah, this gets a 9. Now, like I said, I feel like the Hope arc is going to make up for this. Because this is just not like Kodaka to do something like this. Like, it just doesn't feel... Like, I legit feel like he didn't write this episode, in a way. Like, every other episode, I'm like, oh yeah, that's definitely Kodaka working right there. But this episode did not feel like Kodaka wrote this at all. I feel like he's just written the Hope Arc episode. But, I don't know, there was just something very strange about this episode that was just like, it's good, but it's not at the same time. So yeah, also Byakuya showed up and, you know, saved Makoto, and, you know, Yasuhiro showed up, but it's completely useless again. But, yeah, so everyone's good, pretty much. Kyoka's still dead. Kyoka's still dead. I wish she was alive. Well, anyway, that's all I got to say for this, future arc episode finale review, whatever. Technically not a finale because we know we got the Hope arc is the true finale, I would assume is what we're going to call that. I'm excited to see what the Hope arc is going to be. Let's hope it's not delayed. It's going to be delayed, isn't it? Because this episode right here, this episode 12 was really delayed. So yeah, yay delays. But what did you guys think of this episode? What did you think of the Danganronpa 3 future arc as a whole? What is your rating? You know, what do you give it? What do you think is going to happen in the Hope arc? And I will see you guys tomorrow when I review the final episode of Cheer Danchi. So see you then. Bye!